Fell into a deep, quiet sleep. In my dreams, I saw a forest, verdant, wild and deep. As I wandered through the trees, I saw an owl drift on the breeze, and its eyes locked on me. Staring endlessly, I felt intensely full of peace. What does this mean? What does this mean? I feel the light all around me, and I'm not apart from it. I'm a part of everything. This is God. This is real. Life will let I never want to leave this place and return to a world of shame and disgrace. The world of man is not what's real. The world of one is what I feel. This is God. This is real. Hello, Yam Fam! I figured, you know, this would be the stream for me to, you know, throw my little song in there that I made. And, yeah, today we're gonna be doing my very first touching grass stream. So, essentially, if you guys are wondering, what does that even mean? Well, you know how everybody's always using the expression that, like, you really need to go and touch some grass, you know? Because the world gets a little depressing sometimes, and the internet especially gets kind of crazy. You know, people kind of lose sight of, like, the bigger picture, and sometimes we just need a little bit of a reminder of what's real. And connecting with reality and nature and remembering that there's like a lot of good and beauty in this world. And, you know, even though things can seem a little dark and scary, you have to really look deeply within yourself. You know, there's beauty in all of us, there's beauty all around us. And sometimes you just have to turn off all that external noise, you know? So, today I'm going to be teaching you guys about the Mawate circle and what that means and what it is. And this little thing behind me here is the circle. So, essentially, like a couple years ago, 15 years ago or so, I was working at Home Depot and I was like a lead generator for a heating and air conditioning company. And you know, it was a rough time in my life because my mom had passed away from cancer and I was a very depressed person. But I met somebody there who worked there, and she introduced me to the Mawate circle. So essentially, it's a group of people that gather together once a month, usually on the last Sunday of the month, and they do a ceremony that is, it's a new age ceremony and everybody is welcome. So it doesn't matter if you have, you know, indigenous Native American blood in you or not. It doesn't matter if you're Apache or not. All walks of life are welcome, all race, all religion, everything. So I went, and this is where I was introduced to a bunch of really awesome people. Some of them are reenactors, and they actually dress up in like period clothing, and they go to this old fort, and you know, they do reenactments. Like they actually have the old, you know, musket guns and cannons and stuff like that. Oh, you're hearing an echo? Oh? Oh. Oh, wait. Of course my stream's gotta be scuffed, doesn't it? Oh, that's because I had a YouTube going and it wasn't muted. I wonder how much of it got ruined. Well, let me start over. I had a little bit of trouble like transitioning between my my music video and everything too, so oh well. I'm still learning. It's kind of hard doing such like advanced streaming where I'm switching between so many screens and I'm trying to like keep an eye on stuff. I usually have like the YouTube stream up and then I have the Twitch stream up, and I typically mute both of them so I don't have any echoes coming through. Should sound better now because there is no audio coming through from the desktop. Oopsie poopsie. Anyway, I got some music too to put on in the background while I do this. And I made sure that the music volume would be just right so it wouldn't overpower me. So anyway, that song that I put in the beginning, I made. I mean, I had to, you know, I had to get a little bit of help to make it because it was really hard, but, you know, I wrote the lyrics
and I sang it, and yeah. That's my own original. I didn't do the instrumentals. I had to use Suno for that, so yes, I'm really sorry guys, but I used AI to do the instrumentals in the background. But, you know, I don't have any way to make music like that on my own, and at the moment I don't have the budget to hire anybody, but someday, hopefully I can work with some real musicians and make better quality music. That's my goal, so we all gotta start somewhere, you know? So yes, forgive me, I know some people will, like, you know, tie you up for even using anything AI at all, but you know, I got a Suno subscription to help me with the music stuff, at least for like some background music, because I have a kalimba, and I have a little tongue drum, and I have a recorder flute and a rattle. So like the music that you guys hear in the very beginning for my starting soon is 100% made by me, all of it. Every instrumental, the singing, or the humming rather. And that's pretty much the best that I'm capable of right now with what I have. But anyway, that song essentially is based on a dream that I had, which is going to tie into today's whole entire stream about Circle. So this was many years ago. This was after I got into the Circle too, after I told you I met my friend at Home Depot, and then she introduced me to everybody, and I got to go over to her house and experience this whole Circle ceremony, which is what I'm going to be telling you all about. But I had a dream where I was like flying, and I was over a rainforest, and it was absolutely beautiful. And you guys probably know I really love nature. I'm very attached to nature. I love the woods and animals and everything. And I like flew over this rainforest, and then it zoomed in like a camera, right? And there was an owl on a tree branch, and it was like looking at me. And next to the owl on this tree was a very bright red apple. And I just, you know, I thought this is very weird, but okay. But at the time I had a really intense feeling of like an epiphany of like, oh my God, I know what God is. You know, it was like that. Like, by the way, I'm not religious. Like, I'm not Christian. I don't follow any religious faith. I've always been more kind of agnostic. But like, after I got into the Circle and I had this dream, I was like, oh, I understand now. I understand. So essentially, my understanding is that my interpretation of what God is that God is literally everything and everyone, every molecule, every atom, every speck, every force of physics, force of nature, and all of us. Like, everything that exists, the universe, the multiverse, all the dimensions, every living thing, non-living, inorganic, organic, all of it is a part of what God is. Because, you know, a lot of people, they personify God, like it's a person, it's a man up on a cloud and he's judging you, and you know, you're either going to heaven or hell, like the Christian view, or, you know, religions, they always kind of paint God out to be some kind of a person or a pantheon of gods, or, you know, stuff like that. But in my mind, God is so much bigger than that. It's so much bigger than just like a deity that can create or destroy things. It is literally existence and reality itself, like the cosmos. And it's more than one can really put into words. So that was what I felt when I had that dream. I felt like I was suddenly plugged into this knowledge that I am like a part of everything. I'm a part of the past, the present, the future. Like my molecules, my energy, my very existence and my being was here before, it's here now, and it'll be here when this body is gone. So I had like a really euphoric feeling, and then I woke up and it was over, but it was like, holy cow, that was one heck of a dream. And that's what that song was about, and that's what the lyrics were. And I will be posting that music video to my YouTube channel. I will be subtitling it too, so that people can actually fully understand all the lyrics, and heck, if you want to sing along, you can, you know. But it was a really emotional journey making that song, so I hope you guys liked it. I know it's not perfect. It definitely has like some pacing issues and a few things here or there. Maybe someday I can fix it, but you know, it was kind of hard to do because I don't really know how to do music too well. But you know, I gave it my all. It was my best shot. Let's see. And hello, AU Archivist. So let's see. Reminds me of an animistic idea of divinity. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like I'm not the only one who has that kind of idea of like what God is, you know? Or, you know, that kind of spirituality. Like, I'm probably not the only one. But yeah, that was a dream that I had, and let me tell you guys about the circle. So let's go over here. Boop. Doot, 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 doot. We made the circle a little bigger on this screen. So you guys are probably looking at this like, what in the world is all of this? So essentially, our elder, her name was Shauna D. She unfortunately passed away in 2018. She was really very old. Like, I think she was like 98, you know? She was up there. She was a direct descendant of Geronimo, and she decided to start this circle as a way to kind of teach some Apache lessons. But she made a version that is like for everybody, because one thing you have to understand about the natives is that when this country was colonized, the Native American people were not allowed to practice their ceremonies. They weren't allowed to speak their language. They were forced, their children were taken away and forced into schools and, you know, given Christian names, and it was terrible. It literally was an actual genocide of their culture. So they had to take all of their spiritual practices and, you know, cultural things that they did and basically do it underground in secret. And this has carried over into the modern day. So while, you know, they're no longer persecuted the way they were, essentially, they still keep their most sacred ceremonies to themselves among their own people, and they do not share it outside with anybody else. So Shauna D created this as a more new age kind of meditational ceremony, which is meant really as a way of connecting you with nature, reminding you to have gratitude, and also reminding you to give back. So every aspect of this circle here, this image, essentially is a lesson. And what we do is we have a whole kind of setup. So you come over to the person's house, and a couple people gather. Sometimes there's really large gatherings. It's like a big deal. And we start off usually with a potluck. So everybody brings a dish, you know, people cook, and we all sit down, we eat, we share food. It's great. You get to, you know, hang out with everybody and make friends. A real nice social gathering, right? To start things off. And after we're done, they pull out a basket full of rocks. And everybody around the circle grabs a rock, and they're called burden stones. So this is a meditative exercise where if you're having like a really bad day or you got some crazy stuff going on in your life, you take this rock, you hold on to it, and you basically just dump all of your, negative feelings into this rock. That's why they call it the burden stone. So after everybody is done, they put the rocks back in the basket, and then the basket is to be taken outside, and I think, it has to be like cleansed, basically. Like you can cleanse it in the moonlight, you could cleanse it in like running stream water. It's like all that negativity basically has to be washed away before the next circle, before those rocks are used again. And the next thing that we do is we smudge. So smudging is essentially creating smoke by burning herbs and then using a feather to blow the smoke onto your body, and it helps to purify you, essentially. So again, it's another meditative practice of like removing negative energy, negative emotions, grounding you. And I know all this stuff sounds like super like woo-woo, hippie, whatever, pagan, I don't know. But this was, again, this was a ceremony made for the purpose of like meditation. So whatever it is you believe, it doesn't matter if, you do witchcraft or you're a Catholic or whatever, it doesn't matter. This is just something nice to do to like find peace and ground yourself and connect with nature and like let go of whatever you're holding on to that's, making you sad or anxious or depressed. Whatever it is you got going on, when you come to circle, you get to let it go. So the smudge is made out of 4 sacred herbs, and the herbs also connect to the directions. So as you can see in this circle picture here that I have on the screen, there are 4 directions, which are, north, south, east, and west. And thank you for the follow, brar. So the herbs are from those directions. So we have cedar, which comes from the north, and then we have sage, which comes from the west. We have tobacco, which is from the south, and then the sweetgrass, which is from the east. So yeah, cedar, sweetgrass, sage, and tobacco. Those are the 4 herbs. And we usually have like a big old seashell thing that we like burn them in, get them smoking real good. And then everybody takes a turn, the person hosting the ceremony goes around and smudges everybody. And usually what they do is they hold the seashell with the smudge up to the sky, which is like to creator. Now, when I say creator in this, you can interpret it as God or just existence or creation or whatever. We just use the word creator. So it's however you want to interpret it. So they hold the shell up to creator and then down to earth, earth mother, as they say. And then with the feather, we blow the smoke over each person. So we start with the head, so like your brains, your eyes, nose, mouth, and you're supposed to like use your hands to whisk the smoke to the parts of you that need the most purifying and healing. And once we're done with the smudge, we begin the ceremony. And this has a red square fabric that we usually put on the floor. Sometimes we do it outside, like on the ground. And everybody can participate. And a lot of times when we do this circle, the leaders, the tashomas, teachers, they try to go through step by step and explain what each part of this meditative, circle ceremony is. So we're drawing with sand and cornmeal, and we have all different colors of sand. So all the different colors that you see on this picture here, basically. So we always start with the creator circle, which is this big blue circle, the outermost circle. Because creator is where everything started, right? You know, the Big Bang, all of existence, the cosmos, the stars, the planets, everything starts there with just creation, the creation of everything. So that is the creator circle done with dark blue sand. And then the next circle is drawn inside of it. And let me, I'm gonna get my mouse cursor here so you guys can see. I got a little hand here. So here's creator circle. And then we draw the earth circle. So I'm gonna zoom in. So we start the earth circle with cornmeal. And when you draw anything with cornmeal, you're supposed to delineate. So that means you use your finger to basically press the cornmeal across. So, you know, it's hard because it's very grainy and, you know, sticks to everything, but you sprinkle your cornmeal across the red fabric in a circle. We always go from the east first. And you do the best you can. You draw your little circle with cornmeal, then you rub your finger across the whole thing to delineate, and then you put green sand over the top of that. So now you got those. And then after that, we get at least 4 people, though sometimes we don't have that many people, but each person grabs one of the 4 colors of the 4 directions and then draws a line, creating this, like, you know, 4-way path here. I usually do the east, which is yellow, because I'm the youngest person in the circle. Our circle ceremonies are a lot of, like, elder people, like in their 60s and 70s and sometimes older than that. And I did have to get permission because, like I said, usually this kind of stuff is not showcased. And Shauna D, when she was alive, she didn't want this going on the internet because she was afraid of people kind of, you know, bastardizing this thing or like trying to monetize it. You know, there's people who are like, oh, let's write a book and let's make so much money, you know, let's start a cult or whatever. She didn't want that to happen. And obviously that's not what I'm trying to do here. This is more of like, I'm just teaching you what I learned from the circle because it helped me. It helped me overcome tremendous grief and depression from my mom's death. And I think, you know, there's a lot of beautiful things in this that everybody can really get a lot of value out of. So that's why I decided I wanted to do the Touching Grass series, where we will be focusing on this kind of like, you know, nature-based spiritual stuff, like connecting with the things in life that really matter and forgetting all that craziness that's in the world, you know, like a little bit of a moment of grounding yourself and just finding some peace. So my elders, they gave me permission to teach about the circle. I can't show the actual ceremony because that's still considered like, you know, sacred and taboo. So like I can never like film it or show you photos of it or anything like that. But I can at least show you this drawing that I made and, you know, explain to you what it is and why this is so cool. Why I like this so much. So yeah. That is what we're doing here. So we draw the 4 quadrants, and the colors here have meaning. Everything in this has meaning. So we start in the east with yellow. So technically I should rotate this circle. Let me see here. I'm gonna rotate it if I want to be like really accurate. Yep. That's why I'm doing this in Clip Studio, so I could edit stuff if I need to. Alright. So yeah. So the east and the yellow sand represents birth, sunrise, the beginning of a new day, you know, the dawn. And also these colors represent what Shauna D referred to as like the 4 races of man, right? So, and each one has its own, you know, flaws and weaknesses, which I'll get into that too. So we start in the east where we're born, and then as we move through the circle through life, we wind up in the south, and this is our adolescence. Actually, no, this isn't the south. Oh, wait. This is supposed to be the south. The black is supposed to be on the bottom. I gotta flip it one more time, guys. Just to make it complicated. There we go. I was like, when the white is supposed to be on the north. I think, you know, I probably botched this up when I was making it. Cause like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, it goes to yellow, to red, to black, to white. So I think what I did is I switched the yellow and the red. Oops. Let's see. We'll fix that real quick. There. And then the black goes over here. Whoops. I just want to make sure this is correct, so. Yeah. Alright. There we go. It's not perfect, but now it's actually correct. Yay! Alright, so we start in the east with the yellow sand, and that is birth, dawn of a new day. Then we go to the south, which is, this is the adolescence of our life. This is the point in our life where like we think we know everything, but we really don't, you know? And this is also the afternoon. It's like the height of our youth right here. Like we're still young, but we're also like coming into adulthood, puberty and all that stuff. Which red you can also tie to, you know, female menstruation, but oh boy. And now we come up to black here. The black is the west. This is adulthood. Like you're fully grown up. And we're starting to come near the midday going into sunset, you know what I mean? And then finally we get to the north, and this is when you're old and gray, you're an elder, and this is the end of life. You're going to death. So you see how these colors represent the cycle of life. So you have baby, adolescent, adult, elder. And they also represent the seasons, right? So we have, you know, springtime, which is when all the little babies are born, all the little animals. And then you have summer and, you know, fall, winter. Spring, summer, fall, winter. The 4 seasons. And then as for the 4 races of man, again, you have the white man, Asians, which I know, don't tell me this is racist. This is what Shauna D made up, okay? So all Asians fall under the yellow, all the native indigenous fall under the red, and all of the, you know, black, you know, Africans, Indians, dark-skinned people fall under the black. And each one of these races has their own flaws and things that they need to work through. So I believe the white man's flaw is greed. The yellow man's flaw is ego. The red man's flaw is trust. And then the black man's flaw, oh, what was it? Unfortunately, I don't have the book. For years and years, everybody at Circle says they would give me Shauna D's writings, and they've never given me a copy of the book, so I do not remember what this flaw is, so we'll put a pin in that. Next time I go to Circle, which will be on Sunday the 28th, I will ask so I can take notes and refresh my memory, and I'll get back to you on that. yeah, so the next thing that we do, once we have the creator's circle, the earth circle, and the 4 quadrants, is we do what's called the gratitudes. So it's creator's gratitude. So we use the blue sand to draw these big blue X's, and that is essentially like creator's gifts to us. That, you know, everything we have breathable air, we have water to drink, we have, you know, food to eat, you know, plants that produce fruit and vegetables, and animals that give us meat. Like, every single thing we ever need is here for us to survive. It's the beauty of nature. You know, everything we need to exist is here. This is what we get from creation. And then after that, we start to do what's called the pipes. So we usually start in the southwest quadrant, and this is usually done by a pair, a male and a female, because the pipes, they originated in Apache culture, obviously, in like the southwest. And pipes are a very sacred tool, so they're used for medicine, for healing, and there's a whole ritual about pipes. You know, when they're taken out, when they're used. People have said that they've cured cancer and, you know, serious diseases when, you know, medicine men have smoked the pipes for them. And also, when you get a pipe, usually it's gifted to you, and you have to awaken the pipe. So the pipe comes in 2 pieces. There's the stem, which is masculine, it's related to males, and then there's the bowl, which is feminine, related to female. And the pipe has to awaken, as in it has to, you know, be joined together, and then when you put your sacred herbs in it, the same 4 herbs I talked about, tobacco, sage, cedar, and sweetgrass, you have to work it so that eventually you can actually smoke it. And it takes time for a new pipe to work properly, you know, for the smoke to go through. So that's what they mean, you know, by awakening it. And usually pipes are pulled out for ceremonies that are for healing, like if, you know, somebody's like seriously ill, or things are going on in the world where we feel like we really need to pull them out and smoke the pipes, then we do. I do not have my own pipe, but if it, you know, it's been kind of offered. If it's something that I want, they can gift me one, and then I have to go through the whole awakening, and you don't know how long it takes because it's different for every person, because it's supposed to be like a spiritual lesson. Like, you don't just join them together and immediately smoke it. You have to sit with it for a while, you know? It's that kind of thing. So we get a male and a female, and they draw these pipes. So it's like a lollipop that they draw with the cornmeal. And then they draw a line through it, and they delineate it with their finger, and then they take a little bit of the colored sand from each of the sides. And this is obviously wrong now because I switched these, so this would technically be red right here. Boop. So yeah, this is red and black. And they go all around the circle, the couples, and they do this. And then this one would be black and white. Like that. And then this one would be yellow and white. And then this one would be yellow and red. Now it's correct. There we go. So, yeah. We got male and female energy here. We have the whole cycle of life from birth to death. We have the 4 seasons. We have the different races of man. All of that. So you see what I mean when I say how the circle kind of like covers everything? Now we get into what's called our gratitudes. So see these little V's right here? These are coming off from the Earth circle. This is what we give back to Creator. So Creator gives us everything. Everything we need to survive. Everything you ever need in life. But we don't give back nearly as much gratitude. Like, we take things for granted. I mean, how often do you wake up and think, wow, you know, I'm so lucky to be alive. I'm so lucky that I have eyes that can see, ears that can hear, a voice, you know, skin that can feel. Like, I have a bed to sleep in. I have a roof over my head. I have family and friends and, you know, pets that I love, and, you know, just being grateful, you know. And I feel like practicing gratitude is truly one of the most powerful things that you could ever do. Because when I was at my most depressed, I would like light a candle every day and I would just start saying all the things I could think of that I was thankful for. And it really did shift, you know, my mood and my mental state, because I was like just feeling like, wow, you know, things could be a lot worse. Like, I actually have a lot of really good things in my life, you know, because it's like no matter how sad I feel because I lost my mom and I was struggling with poverty, and you know, I at that time I had to give up my pets. I had to move from my home. It was like a whole cascade of things that happened when my mom passed away. It was awful. It was terrible. But yet I was still alive. I still had, kind of had my health. I wasn't in great health then. But like, there was the possibility to make things better and to do better. And things weren't all doom and gloom. I wasn't homeless. I had plenty of food. I still had, you know, like friends and people that loved me. I had World of Warcraft, which was my biggest escape back then. So that's what I did. I would just be like, what am I grateful for? And what are you guys grateful for? I'm sure if you take a moment to think about it, you can come up with all kinds of things that you're grateful for. And I bet you anything, if you really think about all of it and you start listing it, write it down, you're gonna feel something. It's gonna lift your spirits like you wouldn't believe. It's so important to remember to practice gratitude, and remember that we should give some of that gratitude back, because Creator, the universe, creation, God, whatever you want to believe, has given us so much. Okay, so the next part is we start to do Creator's infinity. So we connect all of these lines here. So this is kind of like a big old hug, how Creator is connected to everything. Everything and everyone. And if you look inside of the quadrants here, I also drew all these little things. So these little things are symbols. Okay, so this one here is salt water. And obviously because I flipped this around, it's going backwards now. This one is fresh water. This is those that crawl, which is basically like snakes and insects and worms and, you know, slugs and things like that. Those that fly, so this is birds. The four-leggeds, so this is for all the animals. Then we have the seed people, which is, you know, all of our plants. And the tall standing people, which is trees. And last but not least, we have the two-leggeds. That's us, humans. And humans, out of all these creatures, do not get drawn with any kind of color of sand on top of us. We're just pure cornmeal. There's a lot of lessons in this about humanity and how, like, humans are just not really all there yet. Like, animals and everything in nature gets it. They know how to exist in this world. They know what to do to survive. And humans, we just kind of like destroy everything. But you know, we also have the power to create. We have the power to protect. We have the power to be stewards and guardians of this world and of nature. So it's all choice. I mean, I know if you're Christian, the whole thing that we have free will is a big deal. And that is very true even for this circle. Like, we have free will, and every day you have choices that you can make. You can go through this world causing pain and misery, or you can try and be an uplifting, decent person and go through this world gently and try and make things a little better for people around you, for animals around you, for the nature around you. So finally, after we've drawn all of this, the next thing we do is we do what's called the lodge. So this big spiral right here represents the lodge. So in the Apache teachings, the lodge is another like sacred kind of thing. They build this lodge, you know, out of natural materials like tree saplings and stuff. And then they heat up rocks and they go in, and it's basically like a sauna. It's like you go in there, you steam yourself, you sweat out all your demons, you know, and you think about things. You're like in the darkness, just sweating it out. It's also called a sweat lodge. And the lodge has openings, it has doorways, and there's a way that you're supposed to go in and a way that you're supposed to come out. And it's supposed to be another thing for purifying yourself. Letting go, basically. Because humans have a very hard time of letting go. Do you guys ever notice that you hold on to stuff like maybe bad memories or even grudges or even anger, like if somebody did something wrong to you? You know, and it maybe, you know, after a time it fades away and it like, you know, like it fades away, but it pops up again. Sleepabone says, be very, very careful with sweat lodges. There's some really shady actors out there who do not run sweat lodges properly. Absolutely. Yes, like you should definitely, you know, if you're going to do a sweat lodge, you got to be careful too, because you could overheat, and you should have people watching you to, like, you know, get you out of there, because you could like pass out from or have heat stroke. Just a warning, just a heads up. So yeah, I've never done a sweat lodge. I only know about it from what my Tashomas have told me. People have died in there. Yeah. Yep. I touched grass today. I went to my local antique mall today, bought some comics from the 50s and 60s. That sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. But yeah, totally, Babone. Yeah, be very careful. Make sure that the people running the sweat lodges know what they're doing. You don't want to overheat. You don't want to sweat out all your electrolytes and have a heart attack and die. Don't do that. No. Oh, goodness. But anyway, the spiral represents the lodge. And then what we do is... again, we have the 4 people in each quadrant, and each person lays down the cornmeal and then delineates and then bumps the next person's hand with their finger. So it goes round and round for 4 spirals. And again, 4 is that significant number, you know, the 4 stages of life. Oh yeah, I know you're thinking Black Spiral Dancers from Werewolf the Apocalypse. No, these are good spirals. These are not bad spirals. But yeah, the spiral connects everything. And also, when we're delineating the cornmeal of the spiral, we're also kind of ruining the rest of the sand drawing by like mixing everything together. But that's like the point, you know? In the Christian faith, we have a thing called a spirit of discernment. Ooh, see, I don't know too much about... I'll be honest, like, my mom was Protestant, my dad was Catholic, and when I was a kid, I think my mom made me go to church, like, twice, and I was so small, I didn't understand anything, and I was, like, really confused and bored, and I hated it. So, I don't really have much experience with any kind of, like, organized religion, but circle was the thing that I latched onto that made sense to me, and that's what I really like. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. So after we do the spiral, we set down 4 feathers. Now I didn't draw the feathers on here, but we use swan feathers and eagle feathers. And obviously, you know, we have like a white swan feather for the north, and we have a black swan for the west. And then we have like hawk and eagle feathers for east and south. And then we drop a tiny little feather into the circle with like beads on it to weigh it down, and we call that the prayer feather, and that just kind of lands wherever. But when we're doing the feathers, each of the 4 people on the 4 quadrants takes their feather, they hold it up to Creator, down to the Earth Mother, up to Creator again, and then we set it down on the line. And then after that, we do the little candle in the middle. This is supposed to be a candle really poorly drawn. But yeah, we light the candle in the middle, and then we do the 7 yellow dots, which I know they're really hard to see because they're on white, but we take the sand, and the 7 yellow dots represents all of the relations in here. So all the things. And then we do, Shauna D added the 8th, which is like a smattering. So essentially each dot is for all of the little, you know, the 4-leggeds, those that crawl, seed people, tall standing people, freshwater, saltwater, and and 4-leggeds. And when we finally get to humans, we get like a little dusting on there. Originally we weren't on there because it's like humans don't get it. We don't know how to coexist with nature in this world. You know, we're too destructive, too greedy, too egotistical, too blah 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 blah. You know, the 7 deadly sins and all that. But this little 8th smattering of a dot for humanity represents hope. It represents hope that we can grow and we can learn and we can change, and we have that free will to be better. And that we can finally, you know, learn how to coexist with nature and take care of this planet and be guardians and stewards and not, you know, kill each other and do horrible things. You know, this is the hope for humanity, that utopia Star Trek future that we all wish we had, right? So we're there now. And then we have these things on the corners. These are called the eyes of the Anglongwe. So this is essentially guardian angels. This is like, you know, Creator's spirits that are watching over us. And they're all around. So like, you know, you get into a crazy car accident and you didn't die, and you're like, oh my god, I must have had a guardian angel watching over me. Well, that's that. That's basically what those represent. And yeah, so once this is all done, everybody gathers around the circle, we all hold hands, and then Shauna D was really a big fan of Amazing Grace, so we sing 1 line, 1 verse from Amazing Grace, and then we hum another verse. And we send a squeeze, like each person squeezes the next person's hand, so it's like send a squeeze around the circle. And it's crazy because like after we do all this and we sing and then hum, like you can feel there's a lot of energy, like electrical energy in the air. Like it feels powerful. Some people even start crying. We have some people who always cry at every circle because it does get a little emotional, especially with the final bit. So we have this big bowl of cornmeal and we pass it around, and everybody takes a handful, and when it gets to be your turn, this is where you have the opportunity to, you know, speak like what you're grateful for, or like say prayers. Like say you have somebody in your family that has cancer, like this is where you pray for them. You know, you pray for the health and well-being of your friends, your family, your loved ones. You pray for, you know, wars in the world to end, you know, an end to the chaos. And whatever's going on, whatever's in your mind and in your heart at that moment that you're grateful for or you want to pray for, that's what you do. And when you're done, you throw the cornmeal into the circle. And once everybody's done, and we sing the song and we hold the hands, and then we lift our hands together and we say, Aho! And that's it. That is the circle ceremony in a nutshell. And I really loved it because it was so simple. Like, I know maybe to you guys this was like a lot, you know, laying it all out, but to me this was so simple. This was so much simpler than any, you know, religious text. It was just, you know, here you were born, here you were adolescent, here you were adult, here you are old. This is the circle of life. These are the races of people. This is creator, which is God, which is everything, the universe, creation, existence. This is earth. This is where we live. These are all of the relations on earth. These are all the creatures, all the plants, all the water. Everything is connected in a big spiral, in a big lodge. We're all connected, male and female, all the animals, everything, humans. We're all being watched over. This is the gratitude from creator. This is the gratitude from us. And the lesson here is that humans have to continue to improve so that, like the animals and creatures that get it, that know how to coexist and survive on this planet without doing harm, we need to learn how to do that too. We need to learn how to coexist with each other, to stop killing each other, to stop having wars, to stop being greedy, you know, to stop being hedonistic, to start really taking care of this world and everything in it and each other. That is the eighth yellow dot. That's the hope for humanity, that someday we'll get there. Yeah, and that, to me, that's it. That's circle. You know, you come in, you purify yourself, you let go of your burdens into the stone, you smudge yourself with the sage, you clean your mind, you clear your heart of whatever's heavy on it, and then you draw with colored sand and cornmeal. And by the end of it, like, everybody just is so much lighter, so much more peaceful. And this is something that, like, you can do by yourself. And usually when people do their own little circle meditation, it's literally just you draw creator circle, you draw earth circle, and you draw the 4 quadrants, and that's it. Like, you don't even have to do all this other stuff. You could even just draw it on paper. It doesn't have to be with sand or cornmeal. It could just be like, you know, you take a pencil or you take some magic markers and you just sit quietly and draw. You could draw it out in nature, you know, sitting in the grass or under a tree or whatever, and just reflect. Just reflect about the fact that you exist and that your existence is a miracle and it wasn't an accident, and that you are loved and you are enough and you belong here. And you're not separate from all of this nature and all of this beauty and this miraculousness of existence. You're a part of it. And you have the free will and the choice to decide what you're going to do with that. So walk gently through this world. Be a kind person. Have empathy and compassion. And take care of those around you, those that are in your life, your animals, your family, your friends, and try to be that 8th little dot. Try to be the hope for humanity, that we can do better, and that someday, like the animals and the insects and the birds and the plants and the water, someday we'll be able to flow with nature too and not against it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little presentation here for Mawate Circle. That is, that's what it is. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always, you know, happy to hear like what your thoughts are. And also, if anybody here wants to share, like, what are you grateful for in your life? Like, what things in your life make you truly happy and have meaning to you? And it doesn't even matter if it's something silly, like, oh, I got a collection of, you know, has-been hotel figurines. Or I have a lot of art that I commissioned from my favorite artist, and every time I look at them it just makes me so happy. Or I love my cat, I love my dog, I love my family. Your dog, yes! You have your dog Jasmine Sinistarna. So yeah, like, feel free to share, because I feel like, you know, having... Yes, I do have a collection of has-been hotel figurines. Well, half of them belong to my duck hubby, but I kind of like took all of them and they're all on my desk. And he's like, can I at least have some of them? I paid for them. I'm like, nope, they're on my desk so I could look at them. I mean, if he really wanted them back, he can just take them and put them on his desk. Like, I have Nifty on my desk. I love her. And Brard Blarg says, scientifically, we are all stardust. Exactly. Literally, all the molecules in our bodies are made of the same stuff that the stars are made out of. All the elements, everything. And that, to me, like, because I'm not like a super, like, I'm not a religious person and I've always been kind of agnostic, but I told you guys earlier, like, what my view of God is, that, like, God is literally everything. It's the universe, it's the molecules, it's living in inorganic manner, it's every bit of matter that exists, it's all the dimensions, all the universes, it's everything in it, it's all of us, you and me, all the plants and animals, all of us. We are all a part of this blue circle creator here. We are part of existence, the universe. We're all made out of star stuff. That is my spirituality. Like, when I go outside and, like, I'm in nature, that's when I really feel the most connected, and I get that, like, that super euphoric feeling, like, wow. You know, that feeling of wonder? It's like when you watch a documentary and you realize that, like, every single cell is like a universe in your body. How complex things are down to the microscopic level. And then you zoom out to the huge macroscopic, like the universe, the multiverse, multiple dimensions. It's like, holy cow. Like, when you think about just our solar system, how many Earths you can fit into the sun, how big the sun is. But then you think about, well, our sun is nothing compared to, like, a star like Betelgeuse, you know? There's stars out there that are super duper, super massive, gigantic. Like, your brain couldn't even comprehend the size of these things. And even our galaxy, our Milky Way galaxy, is only one galaxy out of bazillions of galaxies that make up the whole universe. Oh, it's just incredible. And I don't watch documentaries unless they're from David Attenborough. Hey, that's totally fair. I love David Attenborough. Oh my gosh, he's great. There was, like, this one clip of him where this bird, like, kept interrupting him constantly. This bird was doing, like, a mating display. I gotta find that clip sometime. One of the things I want to do for my Touching Grass series is, like, reacting to some nature-related stuff. And there is a YouTuber that I really, really enjoy who does a lot of nature videos, and he's amazing. Have you watched Green Planet? I have watched all of the Blue Planet ones. I don't think I've seen Green Planet yet, but I've seen a lot of those David Attenborough documentaries, the BBC document. Like, I've seen Earth. Like, I have a lot of them on DVD too, because I think they're just absolutely incredible. Incredible. So let me go to my room here. And we can hide the circle. I love my little room. Do you guys like my treehouse? I think it's great. Boing. I'm on my toadstool. Oh yeah, I wanted to also say huge shout out to everybody as a giant thank you, because this week I have hit affiliate on Twitch. I can't even believe it. I've literally only done like 4 streams and I already hit affiliate. Like, that is insane. I just can't believe it. So now my channel is fully monetized, so wink wink, nudge nudge. If you guys want to support me, you can like actually subscribe to my channel. And also, I do have a Discord server, so if you guys would like to join my Discord server, I post announcements in there when I'm gonna stream. I post my artwork in there. I also have a channel for my music, because I am gonna be doing, you know, karaoke streams, and there's gonna be like copyright music, so that is where the copyright music is gonna live. So for those who support me, they'll have access to that channel so they can, you know, see all of my music videos and all my MP3s and my songs, so that I don't get in trouble, because I can't, like, you know, keep them on Twitch. And I definitely can't stream them on YouTube, because YouTube, they have like an AI now. It's like a roving AI. Oh my god. Like, literally, you sing a song on when you're streaming to YouTube, and it's like, oh my god, copyright music. How dare you sing copyright music? I'm gonna give you a strike, and you're not gonna stream onto YouTube for 1 whole week. And if you get 2 more strikes, you lose your channel. How dare you sing that copyrighted music, mortal? That's my impersonation of the YouTube AI. So yeah, if you guys want access to my music, those of you who like support me in any way, you get the role in my Discord server of Yam Fam, and then you can see what's in that channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you like my YouTube AI overlord impersonation. Oh, someone subscribed. Oh my goodness. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Oh wait, yes, I did thank Brard Blarg. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, you just subscribed. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I don't know why it didn't pop up on my screen. It should have. It should have popped up, but there it is. I appreciate it. Yay! Let's see. In Green Planet, they literally recorded plants growing, and they put it in fast forward. The plants literally behave like creatures. It's narrated by David and completely changed my view of plants. You know what? I recently saw something about plants. That they actually kind of talk to each other. So, like, for example, if a plant is being picked by a person because, you know, the person wants to eat the plant will actually, like, release, like, pheromones or something. Like, it'll release chemicals to warn other nearby plants. And those nearby plants will have, like, chemical reactions to try and protect themselves from being eaten. It's amazing, you know? And they've also found that, like, like plant roots. Some plant roots go like so deep and they kind of connect and create like an interwoven web. And there's like fungus that kind of have a like a beneficial effect on the plant roots. You know how like we have bacteria in our guts that are like beneficial bacteria. You know, we live in harmony with these things and we actually kind of need them because these bacteria in our guts create enzymes that help us digest stuff. It's like that. Like the fungus and the plant roots are all kind of like working together, you know? And it's absolutely amazing. And I do think there was a study too, like plants, I think they scream like... Like when you eat them, you don't hear them screaming, but they're screaming. I have to look into that though. Well, let me Google that. Do plants scream? That's kind of morbid, but you know, I'm just curious. Let's see what it says. Plants scream in the sense that they emit high-pitched ultrasonic popping and clicking noises when they are dehydrated or physically damaged. Humans cannot hear those sounds without specialized equipment, but many insects and mammals can pick up the frequencies from several feet away. And this is from a source called Science Alert. So, yeah. Interesting. I hear the screams makes them taste better. Symbiotic partnerships, mostly with trees and fungi. Thank you! That's the word I was looking for. Symbiotic. You know, I like sometimes my brain is working great and like the words just come out, and then other times I'm like, word, what vocabulary, what that, huh? Oh my god. There's a plant that moves to sound. Ooh. I also know there's a fern. I think it's the sensitive fern where if you touch it, it'll like curl up. It's really cool. It's quite amazing. I love all of this stuff. I'm a huge fan of everything nature. I have watched so many documentaries throughout my life. And one of the things that I really love, and you guys are probably gonna be like, oh hell no, is I love sharks. I was a huge fan of Shark Week ever since I was a kid. Granted, Shark Week's not as good as it used to be because now it's like, Shark Week has gotten kind of terrible over the years. I liked it more when it was like science documentaries about sharks, where you could like learn everything about their physiology and, you know, their behaviors and where they go and... You see? Oh, heck nah. Oh man, but I love sharks. If I could go cage diving with great whites, I would. Oh, if I ever become rich, like if I make it really good as a VTuber, I'm gonna go cage diving with great whites and I'm gonna film it and then show it to you guys on stream. Wouldn't that just be the most incredible content? Spiders. I don't hate spiders. I am terrified of bugs. Like, I am deathly terrified of a lot of bugs. I have panic attacks, I cry, I freak out. But spiders, I was always taught from the time I was a kid, spiders are good because they eat all the bad bugs. And I kind of internalized that, and I've been teaching myself to like not be too afraid of them. But there was one time where there was this huge spider that like crawled onto my face when I was like taking a nap. And that scared the crap out of me. I think I cried. I like flicked it off my face, but you know, if you're on my face, that's the ultimate violation. I'm like, yo, personal space. Oh god. My favorite spiders though is probably those jumping spiders, because like there's a lot of YouTube videos about them, and they're kind of cute in a weird way. And you know, I don't say that lightly, but like of all the spiders, they're not the scariest looking. They're kind of cute. And they're kind of like intelligent, like they look like they actually get to know people and interact with them. Oh, you got a gotcha gaming? Alright. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the circle. Well, if you gotta go gotcha, you gotta go gotcha. That's fine. No worries. I'm just yapping now. But yeah, so... yeah, jumping spiders are both the cutest and most intelligent arachnids. I agree. And I actually found one, like, in my car one time. I was, like, in a parking lot just going to mail a letter, and it was, like, on the door frame, and I was like, oh no, you're gonna get crushed. And I actually, like, let it go onto my hand because I had been watching a lot of YouTube videos about people that own them as pets, and that was what made me brave. I was like, okay, I'm going to let a spider crawl onto my hand. And I gently, like, took it and brought it over to, like, some flowers that were growing, and I, like, let it go on the flower, and I was like, wow, I actually held a spider. I wish I could do that with insects. Like, I wish I could, you know, just have an ant crawl on me, or a ladybug, or, God forbid, a beetle. The beetles are the worst. They scare me the worst. I don't know, beetles freak me out real bad. I wish I could just, like, have one crawling on me and see the wonder and the beauty of it and not have this, like, horrific panic attack. Oh my god, but I hate the beetles! Like, every year they fly into my hair, and one time I was driving and, like, I was wearing, like, a skirt, like a nice, long, flowy summer skirt, and I felt something, like, against my belly, because I pull my skirt pretty high up, so it's, like, over my belly, and there was, like, a little bump under my skirt. And oh my god, it was one of those freaking beetles. It was like under my skirt against my belly, and I was driving, and it took every ounce of, like, bravery I had to literally get home and not crash the car. Oh my god, I was like... Oh my god, but as soon as I got home, oh my god, I, like, jumped out of the car and I, like, pulled the fabric of the skirt away, and I, like, you know, got the beetle off of me, and I was, like, freaking out. And when they get in my hair, like, I don't know, there's something about them. They have, like, the scratchiest legs, and they're just so insanely creepy. And crunchy bodies. Ugh. Ugh. And I don't like ladybugs either because they're beetles and they scare me. And one time one bit me. I swear to God. I was a kid and it landed on me and it bit me. Like, that wasn't a nice thing to do. Oh my god, do you hear my neighbor's dog barking? They have, like, a really huge poodle next door. When they first moved in, oh, it was just barking all the time. I was getting at a point where I was like, I'm gonna report these people to the house. Like, I can't stand this dog barking like midnight to 6 a.m. Ugh. But they did get the dog under control, thankfully. If it bit you, it was probably one of those Asian beetles. Yeah, like, it wasn't like a ladybug, it was a different... It looks like a ladybug, but it's not. Like, you know, they're really invasive. They're not nice. And also, when I was a kid, I was, like, climbing up these rocks, and all of a sudden I had, like, this horrendous pain behind my knee. So apparently there was, like, a nest of, like, black wasps that were living in the rocks, and they just came out and they were stinging me behind my knee. Oh my god, it hurt so bad. Oh, I do not like them either. Stinging bugs, yeah. But like, if you guys saw my debut video, the ones that are like #1 most hated is bed bugs, fleas, mosquitoes, ticks, like all the bugs that want to bite me and suck my blood and spread diseases. I know that they exist for a reason, but I don't like them. So yeah, every time, like, you know, it's funny, every time we do this circle, like, you get to pick what creatures you draw in the circle. I always pick the waters. I do fresh water and salt water, and I never do those that crawl, because those that crawl includes the bugs. Like, somebody else can do that one. I've never been stung by a bee, just wasps. I used to do pest control and bed bugs are no joke. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I've only ever been stung by like a yellow jacket and that wasp, and that was it. And yeah, bed bugs, that was scary. I could tell you guys a story about bed bugs. Ugh. So like, you know, after my mom passed away in 2009, I was transferred to another apartment because like I wasn't allowed to stay in a 3-bedroom apartment by myself because we were in HUD housing. So they put me in a studio apartment, and I was on the 6th floor, and apparently somebody on the 7th floor got bed bugs. Like somebody literally in the apartment right above mine. And I guess their infestation got so bad that they got into the walls, and I was like seeing bed bugs come out of my bathroom, like from under the toilet, or like the vent that was above the shower, you know, the fan that like ventilates your bathroom. They were like falling out of the air vent and like coming out of the walls, like any little hole where the pipes were. Oh my god. I never actually like let them get a foothold. I never got infested. I never got bitten. They were never in my bed. But I did everything. Like I got diatomaceous earth, and I put that dust. I put like a ring of diatomaceous earth dust around my computer chair as like a barrier. Like I was like, nah. I got these climb up interceptors for my bed. I made sure nothing from my bed touched the floor. Like there was no way they could climb up. And I also sealed like all my clothes into plastic zip up bags, and my bed and my box spring of course got sealed into like bed bug proof bags. Oh, it was a nightmare. It was terrifying. It was like the worst thing ever, because at that time, no invincible. Aw, sorry that happened. But yeah, at that time, I had like called the director of the housing authority, like the landlord guy basically, and he's like, oh, you know, every tenant is gonna have to deal with it themselves. Like, you know, you're gonna have to hire a pest company. And I'm like, excuse me, these are not my bed bugs. These are coming from the apartment above me. I didn't bring them in, and I don't have thousands of dollars to hire a pest company. And yeah, lo and behold, the landlord did nothing. And what do you think happened when you have a 9-story apartment building with like 150 apartments or something? And yeah, bed bugs, they infested the whole building, every single floor, every apartment. They were everywhere. They were in the walls. They were on the pipes. It was a nightmare. And you know, there is a picture of me forever on the internet because the news got involved. Yeah, that's right. There was a news outlet that came to my building, and we had a big old meeting, and I was down there with a baggie full of bed bugs, and they took a very unflattering picture of me and my big old fat face wearing my purple hat holding a bag of bed bugs. I'm not gonna tell you where I live, so you can't look it up, but it's on the internet. A picture of me holding a bag of bed bugs. Oh god, that was just awful. So, suffice to say, I remember when that was happening, I remember you crying. Yeah, I was beside myself. That was really scary. I mean, it's bad enough that I'm already really afraid of bugs, but like, I was so afraid of having bed bugs like getting into my bed and like eating me at night when I sleep. That was like the worst. Yeah, it was bad. And suffice to say, that housing director dude, he got fired. And they hired a new guy, thank God. And the new guy hired a pest company that finally started treating the whole building. Like, they had to go through every single floor, every single apartment. And luckily, like 3 years ago, they renovated the building and they moved me out of there into a different building, completely different. And I'm not there anymore, so no more bed bugs. Haha. However, I have heard that to this very day, that building still has bed bugs. Yeah, like once they get in the walls like that, that's it, you're done. 150 apartments, 9 stories, bed bugs, nah. They're never gonna get rid of them. They're gonna keep coming out, like, cause they can live for a long time without eating. Like, they can just kind of be in like a stasis. And then they travel. They go through the walls on the pipes. They come out through any little hole. They come out through electrical outlets. They come out through, you know, whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Eldritch Whimsy says, bedbugs will actively seek out the closest food source they can smell. We are their favorite food source, and they will nest where they stay the longest, which is usually the bed. And they hibernate, yeah. And you know what's really awful? Like, if the infestations get really bad, they can be like everywhere. Like, they can infest your electronics, they can be behind your pictures on your walls. Like, they'll go everywhere. Your couch, your clothes, I mean, your shoes, oh my god. Yeah. So they're no joke, and I think like they're also very resistant to a lot of pesticides, so it's really hard to kill them. I believe the best methods are heat treatment, because at a certain temperature they just don't survive. But you know, that means you have to like basically bake your home or your apartment and everything in it. And there's gonna be areas that, you know, might not get hot enough, so there's probably gonna be little recesses they can retreat to where they're not gonna get properly cooked. And I don't imagine, you know, heat is good for all of your stuff, especially like electronics and whatnot. So if you have an infestation that's that bad that you have to bake your home to kill them, you might as well just get a match, just like burn it all down and start over. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Heat and contact kills with 90% isopropyl alcohol. Ooh, isopropyl alcohol. That's a good one. I didn't know about that one. I knew about the diatomaceous earth dust. It's like this very fine silica dust that like dries them out. It's like little knives against their exoskeletons. That's what I used. I had that stuff in a duster with me, and I had my whole apartment dusted like all the time. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I'm afraid of bugs. And you know what? It probably started when I was a baby. I think I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I probably had like a cookie, like a chocolate chip cookie or something. And I was eating the cookie in my bed, and I guess my mom didn't know, because, you know, probably not allowed to be eating in your bed. But like, I ate a cookie in my bed and there were crumbs. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night just covered in ants. There were ants all over me. Oh, I know what started my actual phobia of bugs. So also around the same time, my dad would watch that movie The Fly. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Fly, the original one, the black and white one from way, way back. But, like, there's a scene in the movie where this scientist guy pulls this cloth off his head and he has, like, a giant fly head and, like, the claw hand. And I was, like, 2 or 3 years old and I saw this and it horrified me. And I would have nightmares about it and I'd wake up screaming, "The Fly!" And my mom was so mad at my dad. Like, "Why are you watching those movies? You're giving her nightmares." And he also used to watch the movie Them with the giant ants. Like, my dad loves those old grade B horror movies. So it's like, you know, there's a scene where the ant has like a human rib cage fall out of its mandibles. Like, you know, I think that this phobia definitely started at a very young age because of this stuff. I think we can explain it. Oh God. But yeah, they are part of this planet too, and a vital part of the ecosystem. And, you know, lots of birds and fish and animals eat bugs. They need them to live, and so we have to accept their creepy, crawly, exoskeleton-y, multiple-leggy, freaky existence. It is what it is. Hey, so yeah. Do you guys have any other questions about the Mawate circle or, you know, anything I covered at all? Feel free to ask, because, yeah, I'm just yapping and yammering. I haven't really done a yap stream so far. Like, every stream that I've done has just been like, I don't know, really scheduled, really planned stuff. But my touching grass stream is really more chill. It's more of a, like, you know, I want to teach you a little bit of something about, you know, Apache kind of new age ceremony that's meant for everybody. I don't know if any of you guys are ever going to, like, try to do a circle, like even just draw it on paper or anything, but when I spoke to my Tashomas, the teachers, you know, they're very much interested. They're like, "Oh, well, we hope you can get people interested." Because like I said, a lot of the people in Circle are just kind of aging out, you know? Like, we've had a lot of people in the Circle pass away from old age. And there really aren't a lot of young people in the Circle at all. Like, I'm 39 years old and I think I am the youngest person in the Circle. Yeah. So, and I know that they do these ceremonies, like, all over the world. Like, we have a group that's out in Australia. We have people out in Arizona and New Mexico. There's people, I think, like, down in Florida. A couple other countries, because there's a lot of elders that do these teachings. So this isn't just a United States thing either. But as far as I know, the whole thing was created by Shauna D. So it just kind of spread. Like, I think she created it, like, oh, I don't know, like 30 years ago or something. Probably when I was still just a little kid, she came up with this. But yeah, she's gained quite a following. And it's taken off, I think, because it really resonates with people. Like I said, the circle is just something that it's fairly simple, fairly easy to understand. Whereas, like, if you're, you know, studying the Bible, like, there's so much in there, you know, so much. Like the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, or, you know, Buddhism, Taoism, Shintoism. When it comes to, like, organized religions, there's just a lot. But the circle, it's just real simple. It's circle. It's everything that exists. It's all connected. That's it. It's easy. That's why it resonated with me, because I was like, oh, it all makes sense. Yay! So yeah, try to be a good person and take care of your pets and your family and everybody that you love. And that's it. Be a good person. And remember, guys, gratitude. That's it. So yeah, I think for now I'm going to go. I had a really great time. I hope you guys enjoyed my little music video at the beginning. I am going to, like I said, I'm going to be uploading it to YouTube. I am going to add subtitles to it. I hope you guys like my little singing and whatever. I will be streaming again on Friday. I'm going to be continuing with Parasite Eve, so it's going to be a gaming stream. And I'm going to have a lot of fun because I like doing all those silly voices like I did during my debut when I played Parasite Eve. It was a lot of fun. Maybe somebody will be like, hey, you want to do some voice acting? Are you gonna connect your thing to WoW drops? If I stream World of Warcraft on this channel, I will. But for like other streams, I want to try and keep them in the proper categories. But yeah, I'll probably, I'm gonna have to do my trading post stuff before the month is over. So I'll probably have a day where I just do a WoW grind. And then you guys can, you know, suffer along with me and see me try and farm Invincible and never have the mount drop after 17 years of farming. But yeah, I think I can do that. I just have to remember how to get Twitch drops on this channel. But now that I'm affiliate, I should be able to do it, I think. So I'll get back to you on that. I'll get it hooked up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you found it informative and interesting. I know this one is a lot different from my other streams because you know, last time I did a reacting to millennial memes and internet stuff and various borderline violent inappropriate videos and jokes that were making some people a little scared, but you know what, they were okay. If they're on YouTube, then I can react to them. But yeah, I try to do a variety of stuff. I never get stuck doing just one thing. If I watch a VTuber or any streamer and all they're doing is just playing Minecraft all the time and they never do anything else, I would just literally just get so bored. I really like when I get VTubers that do variety, like cooking and all that. Speaking of cooking, I have some bananas in the kitchen that are they're way too ripe now, so you know what that means, guys. Banana bread! So I'm gonna be filming that probably tomorrow because they really gotta get cooked. I'm gonna do my favorite banana bread recipe for you guys. I'm gonna film it and I'll get that up for you. I'll have a cooking stream next week. So it's you know, the first week I did my spaghetti meatball stream, which if you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. It's great. People really liked my sauce recipe, and I had some really funny bloopers, like when my garlic exploded. There was one clove of garlic in the whole bulb that I guess it was disintegrated, or I don't know, it exploded into green powder. That was really awful. That garlic had been sitting there maybe a little too long. And then when I was putting the spices in the sauce, there was a hair on the plate and I didn't even see it, and I dumped it in the sauce. But I did find it. I found the hair underneath my spaghetti and I was able to pull it out, and nobody else ate it, so thank God. But yeah, when I was editing the video, I saw the hair and I was like, no, this sauce is ruined. But it was still delicious and we ate all of it. It was great. Let's see. Chumpette says, do a video of banana bread. Banana bread so I can learn how to do it. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest. My banana bread recipe is like from a recipe on YouTube. It's called banana bread. Because like I'm not really great at baking, so obviously I have to follow a recipe. I can't just make it up, you know, because it's very precise. Like if you don't do it right, you ruin everything. Your house explodes. Your oven grows legs and walks away and says the hell with you, you know. But yeah, the banana bread, we say banana twice because it's so nice. I will absolutely show you guys how I make banana bread. Gonna be filming it tomorrow. Yay! Because tomorrow I have one more commission to do for this week, and it's a fairly easy one, so. Oh, and by the way, guys, I was streaming 3 hours before this stream, so yeah, I don't mean to end the stream early, but it's like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I was yapping like the whole time. I was doing an art commission. It was a furry art commission. You guys want to see it real quick? Hang on. Let me open it up for you. Because you guys might not know, you know, what my art looks like. Okay, let me move over. So I'm working on coloring this, and I had a mishap where I accidentally merged the line art with my color flats, and I didn't know that I did it. So now I'm trying to do my color holds, and yeah, there's all kinds of problems. So I've been having to suffer through it, but yeah, this is a furry character known as a chocomile, which is like an original species. I myself am not a furry, just like BT dubs. Like, I don't have anything against furries. I think they're kind of silly personally. They're not really my cup of tea. But like, they pay my bills. I get a lot of you know, anthro furry character commissions and stuff, and I'm really grateful because the people commission me like all the time, like every month religiously, and for the past 6 years, like this is devotion to their characters. Yeah, so I want to show you guys real quick too. Hang on. I'll show you like one of my more high quality ones, because I do like a lot of World of Warcraft commissions. So I'm going to show you one of my favorites that I've done. You know, figure I might as well, you know, show off my art a little bit. But yeah, in case you guys ever wonder, like I have another channel, and I've been streaming for 6 years, and I mostly stream art, and I have like 602 followers on that channel, and I usually have like maybe, I don't know, 5 to 8 people watching. It's a very small stream. It's usually me just playing music and drawing. Let's see, I'll open up this one. So I get a lot of World of Warcraft commissions. This is one of them. I love this one because it's like the character's looking at her reflection in the water in the moonwell. And I'll show, like, Babone here, he commissions me religiously. He is one of my best customers and also my RP partner. Let's see, which one do you want me to show for Guru? We do a Werewolf the Apocalypse roleplay. I like to roleplay. I mentioned it in my debut video that I'm into yaoi and aliens and stuff, so I know I'm a little bit of a weird one. Let's see, I'm going through my my sketches here trying to find which one. Which one to show? I did a commission too for Briar. Let me show that one. This was a Star Wars one. And I don't know much about Star Wars. I'm a Star Trek gal. But I did this for Brard Blarg. This was quite a while ago. Let me close that. Let me close that. Just showing. Let's see. Morth looking at his reflection. Billy in the church. Billy and Haman and Krinos. Let's see. Oh wait, here we go. I found the Eliza one. I'm trying to find Billy. Scrolling. Oh, by the way, guys, I also drew Chibidoki. I made like coloring pages. I have a Corone one too that I have to finish because I'm coloring it because I like Corone. She's good. The Star Wars one is my background. Awesome! Okay, let me go to Morth because I know I could find his stuff. See, the thing is, I've done like thousands of commissions, like thousands of pieces of art, so I have a really big folder. M-O. Morth. There he is. I found him. So this is one that I did for Babone very recently, like a couple of days ago, like what, last week or something, or the week before that? I don't know. But yeah, this is his night elf character who is a Worgen druid, and this is like he's looking at, you know, his reflection in the mirror. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. This one's pretty recent. And then I'm gonna try to find some of the this is Eliza. So she's also like my character in our roleplay, but I let Babone use her as well for his own story. So she's a guru from Werewolf the Apocalypse. And let me see. Let me type in Billy. Billy Merrick. So yeah, this is his Babone's character Billy in his Hamid or human form and his guru Krinos werewolf form. Babone really likes werewolves. And then, oh, I want to find the one that has like all of your characters. That one's awesome. What did I call that one? Oh, and here's I'm gonna show the colored one of Billy in the church. That one's really good too. Let me see. Sorry it's taking me so long to find it. I have so much art. Let me type in Billy Glabro scene. So yeah, this is like basically Billy in one of the forms called Glabro, where he's like, you know, not quite full werewolf yet, like halfway there. And somebody's shining a flashlight on him in the church, and you know, I drew all the pews and the stained glass windows in the background, everything. This one was a good project because it got to, you know, force me to try different lighting. I don't really do a lot of crazy coloring, you know, with like lighting and stuff. Like this one here, you know, this was me really trying to get cell shaded lighting. This is my World of Warcraft character having a smoochy smooch with her Nightborn husband. I have to, by the way, I have to post in like all of my role plays. I am so far behind. And this is another one. This is one where I was trying to do like sunset lighting and also painted background, so like, you know. Also, I should probably get those butterflies below this. I know the butterflies are like, they're on top of everything. But now you can see a little better. And let's see. I'm trying to see. Oh, this is one of my more recent ones. This one took a while to do because I had to do like the painted background, the dynamic lighting, you know. This guy's like a half-orc character. So this is my top-notch, you know, cell shading, color hold, colored line art, full painted background. Like, these are the pictures that take a lot of time. And let's see. I used to do a lot of Volperas. I don't get a lot of those anymore. I'll need to yeah. You got a lot of Volpera characters. So yeah, so just in case you guys ever wonder, this is what I do for a living. So I'm kind of juggling this, and also I teach private art lessons every Sunday. So yeah. I'm doing all the things. The arts, the VTubing, the art lessons. Oh, and this is my character from World of Warcraft, my Blood Elf Rogue. So when I do get to play WoW, you guys will get to meet Amalthera. Ain't she just such a babe? I love her. I have been playing this character since 2009. I started World of Warcraft during Wrath of the Lich King when Naxxramas came out. And yeah, I've been playing this game a really long time. I only had like a little bit of a break in WoW. Like between Legion and Battle for Azeroth. By then I was just so burnt out. Like I think I took like 2 years off. And Battle for Azeroth was like about ready to end. So yeah. I came back. I grinded out all of Battle for Azeroth, and I got ready for Shadowlands, which, for me, Shadowlands was the biggest disappointment in my entire life in World of Warcraft. I did not enjoy it at all, and, then Dragonflight came out. I didn't really play much of it, because now I was getting to the point where I'm just working all the time, and I don't really have time to play video games, but hopefully now, as Amayame, I can play some video games and it counts, right? Because it's part of my job. Oh, I gotta find that. Where is it? The one picture that has like all of your characters. That one was really good. What did I call that one? I'm trying to see. Do you know the title of that picture? Kanawa 5? Yeah, because I'm like, nope, it's not under that. Maybe Werewolf the Werewolf Gang, that's what I called it, Werewolf Gang. Yeah, so this one's really cool. So we got Eliza over here. I believe this is Cletus. We got Billy, we got Megan. And, oh my god, why am I blanking? I know it starts with a C, Clem. Yeah, Clem. Alright, I got them! Woo, I got all their names! Woohoo! Yeah, so this was a big one. This was a... So, I do a lot of, like, sketch commissions where it's, you know, mostly just, like, a line art with, like, sketchy lines and stuff. And these are, like, my more affordable, like, lower-priced commissions. And a lot of people go for these, like, they really like them. And then I also have what I call deluxe sketches. So, like... this sexy Nightborn elf lady right here with some, you know... So this is like a deluxe sketch where it's basically the same thing as a sketch, but there's monochromatic shading, and sometimes I'll add like a pop of another color, some little glowy effects. You know, nothing too crazy. And then we have colored sketches, which is again like a step up from that. So this right here This is a colored sketch. This one's pretty old too, so you can see like it still has the sketchy lines, it has shading and highlights, and this one I actually didn't do color holds on, really, like all the lines are red, but most of the time they have like colorized line art, because I go through the extra effort, I take that extra step. So here's another colored sketch, so like you can see I colorize all of the lines for each different part so that it looks more like three-dimensional. I wonder if I should commission a family portrait of my WoW family? Sure! Oh, and just so you guys know, if you want to commission me, I am pretty much fully open for July commissions. Like, usually I'm booked out at least 2 months, but I'm really only booked out until like the very first, what day of July? Let me see. Hang on. Let me check my schedule. Monday, July 6th, I have a commission. So like July 7th onward, I am totally open. So if anybody needs some artwork, you know, you can hit me up for that. And there you go. Let's see, I remember that night elf. Yeah, I don't remember. I've drawn so many people's characters. The funny thing is, in World of Warcraft, like in the servers I'm in, like people know me. Because like for the past 6 years, what I would do is I would have my Total Roleplay add-on, the TRP. And, you know, I would like advertise for my art commissions. And I would dance on the mailbox in Orgrimmar, so... So people would be like, oh, you're the mailbox elf. And that's how they found me. And they would like see the link to my Twitch stream, and they'd watch my stream, and then they'd join my Discord, and then they would, you know, DM me and commission me and all that stuff. So night elves look weird. I forget, how did you find me, Chompette? Because that was ages ago. Oh, let me show them the very first commission that I did for you. That was so long ago. Let's see. It's in here somewhere. It's getting harder to find now. I have way too much art in this folder. Her name was Octavia, I think, right? That'll make it easier to find. I need to get ready for bed. Okie doke, have a good night. Thank you for watching. And you know what, guys? I actually managed to do the full 2 hours, too. It's only 2 minutes away from 10 o'clock, so I did it. You guys kept me yapping. Let's see. Yeah, this was a long time ago. I remember for this commission, what killed me was all the feathers. This, like... This was brutal. I'm like, I have to stay within your budget, but oh my god, this feathers. You know, it's funny because, like, this is still, it's like, the style of the face is so different now. Like, over time, I just got more and more detailed with the faces, like the noses and stuff. Like, let me open a more recent one. Kind of interesting to like see how my style has improved over all these years. Trying to find, let's see, a good cell shaded one that's recent that has like a face, because I want to just kind of go back and forth, because I used to make the faces a little more anime like and more simple. I'm just looking in here. I want to find something more recent. I guess. Well, this is obviously, I'm trying to do K-pop Demon Hunter style, but you know, like a lot more detailed. 6 years, boy, I've really improved. Let's see, the very person that commissioned you told me about you. I got one for you. Then we poofed from each other. Right, I remember that. Till one day at the Tarts Dark event, you saw me, and yep, I remember that. I was the second person to commission you. If you block out most of the pic of the one Octavia one I got from you. Oh. Oh yeah, and I've also done some spicy commissions for people. Not too many, but yeah, like I have a Discord server for my art, and the only place on this entire planet where my not safe for work art exists is in one channel in that server. And I don't get like a lot of those kind of commissions, so it's kind of like a hush hush, if you know you know. Let's see. I'm just seeing, what else do I got in here? This is one I did for myself. Is my character Ama with her she has like 3 different Nightborn husbands and 3 different alternate universes. I really like Nightborns, so. But yeah, see how the faces are more detailed now? Just, yeah, that's it. That's how I draw. That's what I do. I put a lot of work into that, and because I have these amazing little art skills, I was able to make this little gremlin here. And you know, the funny thing is I don't really draw an anime style that much, except like when people commission me to draw chibis or do emojis. So yeah, this was fun. I love how Amayame came out. I think she looks really, really, really cute. Hello, Warthog Fire. Welcome. I am just showing off some of my artwork. I'm an artist, and I made my own avatar here. I didn't rig it though. I tried to learn Live 2D, and it was a nightmare for me. My brain just could not handle it. So I had a guy that was on X/Twitter who he liked my artwork, so you know, he's like, hey, you know, if you ever need me to rig anything for you, I'll be like, oh, I think I will take you up on that. And his name is Mitsuaki Waguten, and he did a really great job rigging my avatar. Yesterday or the day before, you were watching cursed early YouTube stuff. Oh yeah. Yep. So I do a variety of streams, so it's like every time I stream it's something different. Like today was my touching grass stream, so it was the Mawate circle. It was like I was talking about, you know, spiritual kind of stuff. And then, you know, I just kind of got to yapping for a little while, and then I started showing off my artwork to people, because, yeah, I guess, you know, I figure people who are new to me don't know that I'm an artist, and, oh, by the way, I also drew all of this. This background absolutely killed me. This was so hard to do. Because, like, every single one of these little moving things I had to do separately and make into an animated GIF. And then I had to, like, put all of them into OBS and then record it as a video to have everything all together. That's how I did it, because I don't know any other way to do that. So it was kind of like piecemeal. Like, okay, let's draw a plant. And now let's like do like 2 or 3 frames of the plant, go to the free GIF maker website, and then like make a GIF of the plant, then upload the plant into OBS and position it to make sure it's like in the right spot. Now we gotta do it again. We gotta do it with this lantern, we gotta do it with these things, the plants. I got my little sweet potato yams down in the corner. Oh, and Bibble here. She's like wagging her tail and she breathes. Yeah. I'm really proud of this, man. This treehouse was insane. I was literally losing my mind making this because, you know, I didn't realize it was gonna take me so long to do all the stuff that I had to make for this to get to VTubing. I was like, oh, you know, I should maybe it'll take me like a month to finish everything. Nope. All of this all together took me about a year to make the avatar, to make the background. Ah! Somebody's throwing stuff at me. I made my my present, not my present. I just got hit in the head with a present. Oh yeah, I also made my chat box here. I drew. Ouch! I drew these flowers. Let's see. Let me see what I miss here. You've always been into edgelords. Oh yeah, me and Sinistarno, we go way back. We used to roleplay all kinds of like kinky gay stuff. I loved it. It was great. Let's see. And hello, Ryan the Reactor. Dropping in to say hi. I hope your gacha thing is going well. And then Warthog says, it is really nice. I know one other streamer who made their own model art, etc. They can't do it lately because they have a carpal tunnel and another thing. Oh no. I am honestly just so lucky that, like, literally the amount that I draw that I don't have any carpal tunnel or anything like that. So, thank God. But I do have some neck problems, so I have to always, like, sit with a pillow propped up behind my head. So, like, I wish I could, you know, be more emotive and, like, move my avatar more, but, like, I can't move my neck too much because I have what's called spinal stenosis. And you're making it worse. You're gonna break my neck with all these things you're throwing at me. Oh my god, given what we were doing, I'm surprised you're not into furries. No, I never got into the furries. I still really, like... I really did get into the aliens, though. Oh my god. I really got into the aliens, actually. Hang on. I'm gonna... Like, I do need to end this stream soon because my dad's been trying to call me for, like, the past hour or so. But before I go, I want to show you guys my aliens. They're my biggest enjoyment in life for, like, the past 3 years now. I love my aliens. Let me see. They also came into existence from a roleplay. These are my squid boys. So this is Siahi and this is Sam. Nuri belongs to my RP partner, and this is Anhaj, and this is Zeki, and this is Nejat. And this is evil bad evil man. I can't remember his name. I'm blanking. No, it's not a furry. If anything, they'd be called scalies. They're not furry. They don't even have hair. They don't have any hair on them. They're like lizardy. I call them squid boys. But yeah, these are my aliens. Same difference. No, I'm not a furry. Although I do roleplay with Babone in the Werewolf the Apocalypse setting. So, you know, I roleplay with some werewolves. But I swear I'm not a furry. I'm not into furries. Like you are in denial. It's not just a river in Egypt. Slippery, so smooth you slide right off. Yeah, let's say I'm into slipperies. I don't know, that sounds terrible. Alright, well, you guys are having fun embarrassing me about my weird little alien kinks, but you know. I can't help it, I love them. I gotta show you one more before I go. Look at him, isn't he just so cute? Yeah, you and Empy both. This art is nice, but I still love cat girls. Oh, I've drawn cat girls. Let me see. For commissions. Oh, I drew these gay chibis. This one's a cat and this one's a wolf. This one's my character. Well, yeah, you know what? I think my role plays with Sinistarna way back awakened a lot of things in me, probably. Like, our very first role play was like with nagas and incubus demons and angels and fauns and centaurs, and oh my god, it had like all this kind of crazy fantasy stuff. Like everything. It was a good story though. It was a very raunchy story. Like, none of my role plays are PG, I'll put it that way. Oh, but I enjoy it. Let me see, let me show you one more here. Daw. Story. I'm trying to learn Blender 5.0 and my brain is melting trying to figure out how to model. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't envy you. I tried to learn Live 2D, like literally I wanted to rig Amayame myself to save money because I did everything by myself, and like all I managed to do was like make her face morph a little bit to the side, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I closed the program, I never opened it again. I went on to X, I messaged Mitsuwaki Waguten, I'm like, how much would it cost to rig my avatar? He's like, well, I'll give it to you for a discount. So I think it was like $380. But like, I did eventually add my crazy eye toggle. You know, and that was like, plus the ears. I had to do some edits to the ears because they weren't flappy before, because they were all one layer, so I had to make several layers for the ears. And so yeah, all together Amayame cost me like close to $500 to rig, with the tax and everything and the toggles and the ears. She was a very big investment. Because I couldn't do the rigging myself. I am not that smart. Let's see, wait, what did I miss here? I always wondered how you managed to type so well with one hand. I don't type with one hand, I type with two. But I only type with 4 fingers. I type with my thumbs and my pointer fingers. I don't type with any other fingers. And I have to look at the keyboard to type because I never learned how to type, you know, the home row thing where you can just type by feeling the keys because you know where your fingers are. I can't do that. Like, I literally have to look at the keys, and I only use my thumbs and my pointer fingers. You and your typing with one hand. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm trying to see what else. Oh wait, I was like, I'm trying to see if I have a cat girl artwork for you. How about this one? This one's really recent. I love this one. She's not a cat girl. She's like a Dungeons and Dragons tiefling person mixed with some kind of, I don't remember what it's called. Savannah Knowledge knew what it was called. It's some kind of creature. I haven't really played D&D. But you could pretend she's a cat, girl. Amma has put me through a lot of grief. She has to take my teasing. I'm just able to feel the keys and I can type without looking for the most part, but that is just because I know where I am on the keyboard and where the keys are, not even following the A, S, D, F, and J, K, L, semicolon? What is that thing called? Finger position. Now I'm showing my dumb. Is that a semicolon? An apostrophe? Anyway. Amayame is Damayame. But yeah. So, there's that. But anyway, so yeah, my dad's trying to call me again, so I'm gonna end the stream, but hey, we did pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed, and for those of you that came in late, go back and watch the beginning of the VOD because I play a music video. I made my own original song and I play the music video at the beginning of the stream, and then I talk about the circle for an hour and basically teach all about it. So yeah, if you missed anything, go back and rewatch it. Yay! And Monday I'm going to do banana bread cooking. Yeah. I'm gonna film it tomorrow and then I'll have it all edited and ready for Monday. And Friday, I'm gonna be playing Parasite Eve again. We're gonna do day 3, where the freaking dogs mutate and become dogmen because they fuse with the police officers and they become hideous, terrifying monsters. It's gonna be great. So I hope everybody has a very good night. Oyasumi nasai minasan. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you so much for watching. And come back Friday to watch mutated dogmen people. And how, you know, I shoot them.